What is up, everybody? Welcome to the first edition of Bad Dog Sports with Hunter Kiel, guest Austin Bohannon today. We're going to recap Thursday Night Football, Game 6 and 7 of the World Series, one of the best Game 7s we've ever seen. Going to recap college football, Texas Vandy, Oklahoma, Tennessee. Then we're going to talk some NFL football. Hearts were broken this weekend for the Bengals, and Bo's Steelers finally got a big win against the best team in football. Stick around, give us a like and subscribe. Thank you so much.
Get your brain juices going or whatever.
Yeah, let me take two big
Get
gulps
your
of this.
sports cum going in your head. Or...
sports dopamine is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Is that what a beer is?
So you know how people associate smells and tastes with like certain things in their life? As soon as I take a gulp of Michelob Ultra, it's just like, blah, we're back. My brain just wires instantly to just watching football, talking football, gambling, just everything.
Oh,
dude.
my God. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh, welcome to this week's episode of Bad Dog Sports.
The first one.
Edition,
Let's
baby.
go.
First edition. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, there it is. Yo. Yeah, man. No, it's the sports edition is going to kind of be, week to week basis. May have some guests, may not, but mostly it's going to be us talking sports. It's the only difference in the normal podcast, but we're definitely going to get into sports more than we would in the other. There's going to be no, crazy stories of shit we do.
No, there will be.
There will be stories, but this is more sports centric, basically, is what we're saying.
Totally. So if you're a sports fan, you got to make sure you tune in every week because we'll be giving, takes from the last week. And then at the end of the episode, we'll be kind of previewing the week that's to come.
Yep. Picks and previews we'll do for the next weekend. But yeah, I kind of want to go in just the timeline, dude, and start on the past weekend. So it's Halloween weekend.
Oh,
We had a lot of fun.
But dude, it didn't feel like Halloween.
It didn't because it was early in the weekend. So after Friday night, it was just over. It's Christmas season now.
Is it because I don't have kids or
says.
something? It's just like it didn't feel like Halloween.
Well, it was to me. I had 5,000 trick-or-treaters at my house. It was
so
Halloween.
It did feel like Halloween.
But no, Thursday night was pretty forgettable. The Ravens beat the Dolphins by 3 scores, and it was just a bad game. But luckily for Miami fans, I have a good buddy who's a big Dolphins fan. They fired their general manager Friday morning after the game. And they said they're going to keep McDaniel through the rest of the season. So he'll be gone, though. Once you bring in a new GM, the GM will hire his own head coach. So basically, they're cleaning house in Miami.
So is that where the issue started from, as the GM? I guess all the problems come from the top, usually.
Dude, I won't lie to you. Remember 3 years ago, the Miami Dolphins had the best offense in football? Do you remember that when they were scoring 50 points
and that was
a week?
McDaniel.
It was McDaniel, and they had great players. Their defense was so-so, but they had great players that year. And I think everything just kind of – they got a little undisciplined. They've traded a few guys. The offensive line's a lot worse, so that's probably the reason why. But
if there's a leak in a pipe or something, it doesn't bust it first. But when water starts dripping out, eventually that's something.
And basically, Mike McDaniel's McDaniel's just a bad plumber, is what he is.
Yeah,
he put a piece of duct tape instead of replacing the pipe. Is all it is.
There's shit in their water.
Cocaine's only magic for a little bit. I'm not saying he's on cocaine.
Right. Yeah. That first hit is he's like cocaine because that first hit was like Mike McDaniel's a genius.
Yeah.
And then he's got to actually run a program for a few years, and that magic shit don't work no more.
It's funny because I always want to think, so there's 2 head coaches in the NFL that are just alike or sound just alike. They're completely different coaches. It's Mike McDaniel and Mike McDonald. McDonald's the Seahawks coach, and he's very straight-laced, looks like a, just a very straight-laced guy. And then you got pothead Mike McDaniel down in Miami. They're just the exact opposite.
It almost worked, dude. It almost worked.
It would have been cool.
It would have been cool. I wanted that one to work out, the ball boy story, but Thursday Night Football, dude, it better be a good ass game if I'm going to get on Amazon Prime and watch them. If I'm at a restaurant, I got to pull out my phone and watch Amazon Prime. You better have Bills Chiefs.
It better be a banger. Yeah.
You want me to switch to Disney Plus? You better have damn Bills Chiefs.
Yeah. Well, the best one of the year was our team, Steelers Bengals, 2 weeks ago on Thursday night. That was an awesome game.
That was a good one.
It was in Flacco versus Rodgers. They both scored in the 30s.
Which we're going to get in the NFL. How do you go from losing to the Bengals?
Yeah. We'll get into that because I don't even want to talk about the Bengals yet. I got to save my blood pressure. My blood pressure can only get up for the last few minutes of the episode.
Got to pop that metformon.
I'm going to need something. Yeah, I'm going to need blood pressure medication after LSU and the Bengals.
I think I got a Viagra in here. I'm kidding.
But no, after Thursday night, Friday was, I think there was one ranked game, and it was Memphis versus Rice, and Memphis covered the spread. But Game 6 of the World Series was Friday night. And nothing crazy happened in it other than the Blue Jays had a chance in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game, and a runner got picked off at second base.
God.
Runner on second and third with 1 out, and dude gets picked off at second base. Well, actually, I'm sorry. He didn't get picked off. He got doubled up at second base. Fly ball to the outfield, and he just had a bad read and got way too far off the bag. Dude threw behind him and got him at second. Yeah.
That's that shit you're practicing in early January or in the fall. Yep. You're practicing getting reads on balls, and you're a little lackadaisical, and your coach tells you this will be the difference between a World Series or not. Mm-hmm. And you look at him, you say, "This dude don't know shit," and then look at you getting doubled up to lose it.
We got to be thankful as baseball fans because it was Barger that got doubled up there, and it ended the game. If he doesn't get doubled up and they end up scoring those 2 runs, who knows what could have happened. If the Blue Jays would have won that night, we would have been, we wouldn't have had the Game 7. And it was actually one of the greatest Game 7s I've ever seen in baseball. But I guess before that, we can talk about college football in the morning on Saturday.
It was a good weekend.
And it was a fantastic weekend, dude. And we had a great betting weekend. It feels like we were on the right side of each game. We just had some bad breaks. So at 11 a.m., I had Texas -3 versus Vandy. They were up by 17. They were actually up by 18.
I cut the TV off.
Yeah, they were up by 18 with 5 minutes left, and damn Pavia backdoored me, dude.
Oh, God. You hate when you get Pavia in the back door.
Oh, man.
I mean, they shouldn't even had a chance. They got, an onside kick? I went to a party that night, and the dude was like, dude, Texas beat the shit out of Vanderbilt.
Nope.
I said, you must have cut the TV off when I cut it off.
Yeah, dude.
I showed him the score. He's like, no way.
3 points, bro.
In the last, 2 minutes or something.
Vandy scored 14 points in 2 minutes of game time. Yeah. They actually didn't get an onside kick. They just called 3 timeouts on 3 run plays, got a punt back from Texas.
No, they would have won if they got the onside kick.
If they got the onside kick and they didn't get it, yeah. But so basically, Vandy had the ball. I think they scored with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. Then they used their 3 timeouts. Texas just 3 and outed. They got the ball back with 2 minutes left. I think it was 1:50 with no timeouts. It was. And Pavia took them. It was 4th and 19 on the 1 yard line, on their own 1 yard line.
Oh, my God.
Pavia throws a 25-yard pass for a first down. It was just a Houdini play. And then they end up going straight down the field and scoring basically as time expires to cover the spread, backdoor cover the spread.
God, Vandy is kind of legit, though.
Thankfully, I pushed because a lot of people had Texas -3.5. I had Texas -3, so it pushed the spread, but it just felt like that was a bad omen for the day.
That's the shit that makes you think it's rigged.
Dude, it really does, man.
I mean, how do you argue that it's not rigged when that happens? You cut the TV off, they're down 20 points or whatever.
Literally.
It feels like voodoo.
It does. And so that was 11 a.m. There was another great 11 a.m. game. It went to overtime. It was Miami-SMU. SMU upset Miami.
Carson Peck?
What's
his name? Carson Peck? Dude, I'm glad it's not working out again. At the beginning of the year, he had me convinced that he was a different damn guy.
Yeah, I was taking it out on the Cavender twin. I was like, damn, he's way better off without her, but now he's lost in the sauce, dude.
All the Georgia fans are just saying, we told y'all. We told y'all that new wore off.
It's coming,
He's
dude.
the same damn guy he was at Georgia.
It's coming, dude. He's Snapchatting girls in South Beach saying, I'd rather be in your ass
and
than on
his post-game interviews are brutal.
Yeah.
He say, well, I just run the play they call.
Blame it on the coaches, huh?
That is some push shit,
Soft,
dude.
yeah.
Grow up and be a man.
But, dude,
you got $2 million.
Kevin Jennings is the quarterback for SMU. He is fast as hell. Have you ever seen him play? First time I've watched SMU play. That quarterback's unbelievable. He looked like Lamar Jackson out there running around, making passes. I mean, it was awesome, dude. And then they were up, and then Miami kind of came back, tied it, and they went to overtime. And, dude, it just felt all day it was inevitable that SMU was going to come back and win that game. So, but that was good. That was 11 a.m. slate. And then 2:30 we had Ole Miss, South Carolina, which was, whatever. South Carolina was up early, but Ole Miss ended up blowing them out. And then, dude, a great game was Georgia, Florida.
God, dude.
Florida had a lead most of that game, man.
I felt like Florida was going to win it the whole time.
It really did. And, dude, Florida had the ball on Georgia 25-yard line with 4 or 5 minutes to go with a chance to take a 2-score lead, basically. And they went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. And then Georgia goes right down the field.
I'm like, I wonder if you go for it.
You have to.
But on that one, they should have kicked the field goal. It was 4th and 4 or something earlier in the thing. You can argue that you kicked the field goal because then Georgia goes down automatically and scores.
Well, you know that Georgia's going to score, and that's why I think you go for it. It's because you got to go up by 2 scores. If you kick a field goal, it would have made it a 6-point game.
I said the same thing until they did it, and it happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking, you're way better off if you kick the field goal. Now that it's happened, and now that I've seen it play out, how I knew it was going to play out.
Yeah, but the field goal only made it a 6-point game, so you'd still be down 1 either way, which I guess at the end of the game, you would have been able to kick a game-winning field goal rather than have to throw a Hail Mary. But no, I understand. But Gunnar Stockton, so Georgia got the ball back, and then they ran out the clock. But Gunnar Stockton had a chance to cover the spread for Georgia. and he slid down on the 1 yard line.
If you had Georgia, you were so pissed at your quarterback.
I'm sure half the fan base was throwing shit at their TVs. They weren't even happy because they didn't cover the spread.
All the Florida fans are like, oh,
fans of money.
Damn it.
At least we covered. Dude, there's nothing worse than betting your team to cover the spread and then winning and not covering.
Oh,
there's nothing worse, dude.
I would much rather lose and hit my bet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would rather be Florida in that situation and hit my bet and lose the game than be Georgia where we win the game and we don't cover.
It just depends. Like if it puts you out of the playoff, no. Like I want to win that. I want my team to be successful.
Depends how much I bet too.
Yeah, for sure. But no, Gunnar Stockton didn't slide down against Auburn 2 weeks ago to cover the spread. Remember?
Another thing that makes it feel so rigged, but it's the football thing to do.
It is to go down and just knee it out is the way because it would have given Florida the ball back with. I mean, it might have been 30 seconds left, but still, you had to go down. And he made the right play. And honestly, it won me some money because I had Florida +7, and that was awesome.
Yeah. Anybody that had Florida +7 is glad that Gunnar Stockton goes down.
Yep.
No homo.
And even more, dude, some more SEC drama, too. Tennessee eliminated themselves, dude. Did you watch that game?
I didn't get to watch it. I think I was playing or something. Yeah, I didn't get to watch it. But I thought that Tennessee -3 was the lock of the century.
Everyone did. Everyone thought Tennessee was. And I bet I'll
hand up.
I took Oklahoma money line and +3. And honestly, Oklahoma played. They were the worst team.
You took Oklahoma.
I took Oklahoma +3 and money line. But Oklahoma played badly, and Tennessee was the better team. Tennessee had, 3 fumbles and 2 picks? Now, only one of the fumbles were lost, so I think there was 3 total turnovers, but they gave the game away.
That's their third loss, right?
Third loss.
I mean, they got to win out, maybe.
No, they're out. No, they're out because
they got the Georgia loss, Bama loss,
so
Oklahoma loss. So all 3 of those teams get in before them.
The way you got that's exactly how I have to think about it now. So with sitting at 9-3 with your 3 losses being those teams, there's a chance that any of those 3 could have 3 losses. Like Georgia could have 3. Oklahoma has 2 already. So if Oklahoma will probably only lose 1 or 2 more. Who knows? But you got to think that Tennessee's probably out.
Does it make it better to have wins over those teams and losses to shitty teams?
I mean, the head-to-head.
You could argue that the head-to-head they might matter more if they had shitty losses to, let's say, Auburn.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's where the committee's like, oh, they lost to Auburn.
But they beat Georgia.
But they beat Georgia. I know. I think it's probably better to have losses to the better programs. You know what I mean?
Bama last year, they had the win over Georgia. That was their argument to try to get in. Mm-hmm. But they had losses to boo-boo-ass Oklahoma, which is not a bad team now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I look at LSU's losses this year. They're to number 4, number 8, and number 13. Like, those are all great losses, and 2 of the 3 were on the road. But I mean, 3 losses no matter what is out because there's so many good teams now. You know, there's going to be multiple teams at 10-2 that are going to get in over some 9-3 SEC teams, which sucks.
Yeah, they got rid of Brian Kelly.
Dude, I'm so happy about that. And I know I talked a little bit about it last week. I did have a good rant on it. Sorry about that.
It was so, but
it was from the heart
because it was hateful. I could tell that you felt that.
Yeah, I did. But no, now that I'm looking back on things, so LSU actually ended up firing the AD right after we finished the podcast last week. So I didn't even get to talk about that. LSU basically cleaned house. I mean, they got rid of the AD. We don't have a president. The head coach is gone. But I'm sitting here thinking back, and I'm like, man, Scott Woodward has not been a bad AD. When he hired Brian Kelly, that was the best coaching hire of the cycle. Like, he was the best available coach. People forget that Brian Kelly was the winningest active head coach other than Nick Saban. And now he's the winningest active coach in college football. So at the time, LSU, I mean, he was bringing stability to a program where Coach O was awesome, but Coach O was a little undisciplined and a little unorganized. So Brian Kelly was a great hire at the time. Scott Woodward, now the contract was rough. The buyout was rough. Giving him $100 million off the rip was rough. But dude, he's hired Jay Johnson, who's won 2 baseball national championships in 3 years.
Kim Mulkey.
Kim Mulkey is a legend now at LSU, has turned the whole women's basketball program around. But all this goes to say is that football's king. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you hire the best coach in every other sport. If you hire a bad football coach, that tanks your athletic program because that's where all your money is.
Is it wild that their losses are to all top 25 teams that are really good, and then you still top 15 teams and you get fired?
Well,
is that not wild?
That's the expectation of LSU. Like Alabama would do the same thing. I guarantee you right now, if Alabama was 6-3,
after some time, so they did give him 3 years.
This is his 4th season.
Like DeBoer totally dropped the ball on a couple games last year, but
it was his first year.
You got to give him time to figure it out.
Now, tell me this: if let's say Alabama makes the playoff this year and they lose in the semifinal, and then next year they lose 3 games, everyone's going to be calling for his head.
They were calling for his head after 1 game this year. So
I know, yeah. So that's the expectation at these schools where the coaches are paid hundreds of millions. the players combined are $20-30 million rosters. Like, that's the expectation. You've got to win now, or at least make the playoff.
The buyout ain't too damn bad either.
No, dude. And it's all private donations. And, dude, some of these schools have so much money it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, so, I mean, I wouldn't be complaining too hard if I was Brian Kelly. I wouldn't even be in the hunt for a job for a while. I don't think.
Dude, I would sit out. I'd go to the beach, hang out.
You literally just retire on that.
Yeah.
I would just put my pride aside and retire, dude.
Dude, speaking of money, we got to talk about YouTube TV and ESPN.
Yeah, let's totally. And I want to talk about the coaching carousel too.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, but YouTube and ESPN, really, if you look at the grand scheme of things, it's not even ESPN and YouTube. It's Google versus Disney, because Google owns YouTube, Disney owns ESPN. All it is a fight of multi-billion-dollar corporations.
Yeah, two devils fighting each other.
They're fighting each other, and all they're doing is fisting the American people. Yeah, that's it.
Oh well, it's going to come out to where we just have to pay a bunch of extra money.
That's it. So they're just going to fuck over all the Americans.
I think that Disney's figured out that they can do it on their own. Because I think YouTube TV in this situation to me was the good guy. If true that they were like fighting, they were trying to raise their rates, and so they said no, we can do it without you or whatever, trying to get them to compromise, and then Disney said, watch this, we'll do it on our own.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not a Disney guy. I would never let my kids watch Cinderella for 1 second. Don't you poison my kids' brains.
No, dude.
Not even slightly. So I hate Disney automatically.
Yeah.
So I wanna like YouTube TV. But did you know in 2017 YouTube TV was $32 a month?
Yeah, I paid it then.
That's so criminal. There's no way that matches inflation.
Now it's $100. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they're just both devils fighting each other for greed, for more money. So it's the typical capitalism bullshit. Dude.
It is, dude. And another thing about YouTube TV, YouTube TV has us kind of like cornered if you're an NFL fan, because it's the only way you can watch NFL networks. You have to have the subscription and just to buy the NFL Sunday ticket to watch your team every Sunday. So there's that. And then ESPN, they're the devil because they so not only did they cause this, but they took everything off of ESPN Plus, which is only $10 a month, and forced you to buy ESPN Unlimited this weekend.
Which is what, $20 a month?
$30 a month. Yeah. I think whenever I did the subscription, like I had to up it to be able to watch the games. It was like adding like $21 a month to my bill.
Can you look this up, Noah? Can you look up how much is, you could probably do this on AI.
I already know. I can tell you
how
what
much
you're
is what
asking.
YouTube TV, ESPN, Netflix,
Peacock, Paramount, Amazon, and Hulu. I have every one of them. I pay about $225 a month for everything.
For some reason I was thinking it'd be more.
No, it's about $225, and I have YouTube Premium. I think I pay $120 total for YouTube TV. I pay $25 for Netflix. I pay like $10 or $15 for Peacock. Amazon Prime is just my yearly membership, so it's like a part of the Prime, which is I guess is about $10 or $15 a month.
Yeah,
but when you add everything up, it's over $200, and I pay it all because I love to watch sports. But man,
dude. They got us by the cut.
Screwing us, dude. Screwing us,
and it'll just go up. I mean, it increases every single year. Do you have Apple TV? Did you add that in there?
So I think I'm on like my family plan with Apple TV,
which is like an extra $10.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know. It's on my TV, but I'm not sure that it's my account. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, the coaching carousel too is just dude, money is getting out of hand in every sport, every media, everything, dude.
It's like you were saying earlier. Brian Kelly was the best hire at that time. They made the right decision.
Yep.
What's happening now with all these jobs open is you got a couple good coaches. You got a couple that are going to stay where they're at, that are in these hunts.
100%.
And you got a couple good ones. Once they're gone, you have now danced into this coaching carousel, and all you've got left is the scraps.
Yep.
What do? You got to get like a situation where you just get the best option, and that sucks. That's like kissing your sister, and she's ugly.
And it's $40 million.
And your sister's ugly. Yeah. And it's $40 million.
And you're going broke doing it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're paying to kiss your ugly sister.
Triple whammy.
God.
YouTube TV, $82 a month. Hulu, it starts at $9, but then if you don't want the ads or whatever, it's like $20.
Yeah, it is.
Peacock starts at $8, but then there's different ones. It goes all the way up.
You got to
to
do
like
the premium on that one too, because
that's what Hunter said. He's got all of them.
$20. Yeah, I have every one
Plus
of them.
goes up to like $15.
Yep.
Amazon Prime, of course, the whole membership thing.
Luckily,
Disney $20, ESPN, like y'all said, like 15 for Plus, and then 30 for the unlimited or whatever.
This is going to sound really snobby of me, but Amex Platinum, I have a Platinum card.
It sounds so snobby already.
I know, but one of the benefits of having a Platinum is every month you get like a certain amount of rebate on any subscription service.
Is it over 10%?
Yeah, so it's like, I think it's $300 per year or per 6 months.
$300 a year?
Yeah, that you get back. So like,
So you get like a free month?
so I have everything like hooked up to my Amex. So YouTube, every subscription is not hooked up to my debit card. It's hooked up to my Amex. So I pay it through the credit card company. And then like I have to activate the subscription benefit. And then at the end of every year, it'll say, okay, you paid this much in subscriptions. They'll just rebate that back to you, which is pretty cool.
How much do they, I mean, I bet they thrive on people not being able to pay it and they don't see it for a little bit. And then Amazon and all these things have hit you 3 months in a row.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
exactly
you can't pay
how
your
they do
credit
it.
card off. Dude, that shit is so evil. God, banking is so evil.
Well, no.
Lending money is evil, dude.
Credit cards are they're great if you can pay it on time. If you don't pay it on time, it's 26% interest on it
Holy shit,
every month.
dude.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. That's how people, once they get in that, like, it's like a snowball effect. Like once you get a little bit in debt with it, it's just going to keep building. You're not going to be able to pay it off. You got to consolidate and like start over. But
Let's see.
anyway, no, we can get
back to the hot
back
seats,
to
though.
yeah.
Is Prime on the hot seat?
No, nobody's on the hot seat other than ESPN right now. And YouTube
No, I'm talking
TV.
about coaches.
Yeah. Oh, I know, dude. He's built Colorado. Colorado's made so much money over the last 3 years just on TV
They don't even care
rights.
if they win?
They don't care if they win. No.
I didn't even think about that.
They didn't win before,
Commercials
but
and shit.
people are actually watching them because
And they're
of
actually
them.
buying their jerseys.
Yeah, they're buying their jerseys. They're selling out the stadium. He can do whatever he wants there. Now, do I agree with the fact that his son and Travis Hunter have their jersey number retired in the rafters? That's the dumbest thing ever. For winning the Tax Slayer Bowl? Like, dude, they didn't do anything, dude.
Yeah, oh my God.
It'd be different
dude.
if, like, okay, how about this? Travis Hunter did win the Heisman, so he can have his jersey retired. Shedeur Sanders does not need anything retired.
No.
He's an average college quarterback.
Here's two average ass athletes up here. That'd be like
Travis
them hanging
Hunter
a plaque
gets
for
it.
making the Country Music Hall of Fame.
I mean, you'll get one eventually.
We'll get there, yeah. And they still need to prove their shit too.
Yeah, Travis Hunter deserves it. He won a Heisman. That's
that's
a
true.
big deal, and they've never had a Heisman winner at Colorado, so that deserves getting his name. But dude, Shedeur Sanders didn't do shit but go like what 16 and 14 over 2 years. Like I'm done with him. But no, let's roll into from there. I mean, the only other big storyline in college football is the fact that USC beat Nebraska on the road, and Dylan Raiola, the guy that like copycats Mahomes, he snapped his damn fibula, so he's out for the year. Sucks.
But dude, I feel like he does copycat him, but a lot of that is just he just looks like the son.
He looks like him, and he kind of walks like him. I actually like watching him.
Yeah, I can try to not act like my dad all I want.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I'm just kind of a lot like my
Well,
dad.
that's different. You have his genetics.
He might too.
Oh, who knows? Yeah.
Come on, dude.
What Mahomes is
Old
just
Pat
out
Mahomes
there.
Sr.'s been running around. Huh?
Running away from John Rocker.
Oh, dude, he did in that New
He
Orleans.
tucked his
Dude,
tail.
that is so funny that they ran into each other. I guess that was in the streets of New Orleans right after the Super Bowl that night. Yeah, that's hilarious, dude.
That was crazy, dude.
But no, that's really the only other big game. I mean, next weekend we'll look ahead at the end of the episode. But yeah, we can go into Game 7, dude. Did you watch it?
That's the only game I watched the whole World Series. It's because
Same here.
when you see a Game 7 of the World Series, all the other games just for some reason felt like they didn't matter. I'm a baseball guy, or used to be, played it. But you see a Game 7 in the World Series, how in the hell do you not watch that?
Everything matters. Every pitch
Everything.
matters. Every single at bat matters. It's such a tension-filled game. I have friends texting me Saturday night that don't even watch baseball, that never even played baseball, that just saying, "Holy shit, dude, are you watching this?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm watching. This is what baseball fans want other people who will hate on baseball, because baseball is boring in the regular season. I understand it. You have to understand the game and be kind of a purist to actually watch it in the middle of the season. But this is what we want everyone to experience. So people are like, "Oh shit, it is badass whenever everything's on the line."
Oh,
like
it was
that,
badass.
dude.
The only thing that sucked was it was United States versus Canada, which I immediately will
Kind
say
of.
USA. But we got LA, the most dog shit city besides
Yeah.
New York City in the States, versus Canada. I don't know who to pull for.
Yeah.
I got two enemies playing each other.
Well, the thing is, though, is that this is what's funny about Toronto. Not a single player on that team's from Canada. They're all from the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, or the
100%,
States.
but they're
So,
still
like, but it's
based
still
in Canada.
Toronto. I get
so
it.
it's like it's still U.S. versus Canada to me.
100%. And dude, I can't believe John Smoltz called it, dude. John Smoltz is such a good announcer. So you know how Romo's doing football and
Yeah.
how John Smoltz is doing baseball? John Smoltz is twice as good as Romo. John Smoltz sees things before they happen. I love him. He said in the 8th inning, whenever it was 4-3 Blue Jays in the bottom of the 8th inning, Ernie Clement leads off the 8th inning with a double. Runner on second, no outs. The odds of him scoring, if you put like an actual statistical number on it, are like 80%. A runner on second with no outs. I think they sacked him over. I can't remember. I think they did, but either way, they didn't score that run, and that would have been an insurance run. It would have made it 5-3 going into the ninth inning. And John Smoltz said, as soon as that inning ended, he said, "This might haunt the Blue Jays." And I was like, dude, that sent chills down me. I was like, bro, I might as well live bet the Dodgers right now because it feels like you not getting that insurance run is going to cost you. And sure enough, it's 8-9-1 up in the bottom of or top of the ninth. Jeff Hoffman comes in, and Jeff Hoffman's a good closer. He was with the Phillies. He's a good guy, too. A lot of people like him in the league. It just felt like, so he gets the first out, and everything was smooth sailing. He's facing the 9-hole. You just, you can't walk the 9-hole to get to Ohtani. Ohtani's batting first. He's been the hottest hitter for the Dodgers the entire series. It's almost like he overlooked the 9-hole and didn't even think like, oh, I still have to pitch to a major league hitter. It's like he was kind of focused on Ohtani coming up who could tie the game with a homer.
Stay in the moment, brother.
And he didn't, and I mean, it was 3-2 with one out, and he kind of hung a breaking pitch. I mean, Miguel Rojas was just sitting on it. And, dude, the homer happened, and my jaw dropped. I was like, of course, they hit the game-tying homer. And then that's not even, dude, bottom of the ninth was the Blue Jays had a chance to win in the bottom of the ninth, dude. They had a leadoff double in the bottom of the ninth. Yeah, Vlad Jr. led it off with a double. They could have won the game right there and didn't get him in.
Didn't Dodgers have the bases juiced in the ninth?
So the Dodgers had the bases juiced in the 10th.
Top of the 10th?
Top of the 10th, and then didn't get the guy.
And they got doubled up?
Yeah, well, no, they didn't get doubled up, but they got a ground ball to the infield was in, ground ball to the infield, and they threw the guy out at home. But the same thing happened to the Blue Jays the inning before, and it was so the guy that hit the homer in the bottom or the top of the ninth, Miguel Rojas, he also fielded the ball in the ninth or the 10th, bottom ninth to throw out the guy at home. So he was like their unsung hero, and then. After the Blue Jays kind of went down in order in the bottom of the 10th, you just kind of felt like in the top of the 11th, it was like, man, you got to face Freddie Freeman, Will Smith.
I thought Freeman was going to do it.
I thought he was too, but dude, of course it's Will Smith. Will Smith has had so many big hits. It just felt like it would have been him or Max Muncy because they just have the timely hits.
Did you see that thing where the last 6 have been won by Will Smith?
No way.
The last 6 World Series have been won by Will Smith.
What?
Well, the other one's the pitcher that was at the
with the Braves?
Giants
or the
and the
yeah, he
Braves.
was with the Giants. Yeah, he was with the Braves for a little bit, I think.
Yeah, so there's been a Will Smith in all the last 6 World Series.
I wonder if because Will Smith is like the most common name ever, probably.
Will Smith. I was reading it. I'm like, dude, there's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air comeback coming soon.
Dude, it's so funny.
The simulation is glitching, and it's putting this Will Smith in front of us. Is there really? Okay, well, is it recent?
It's called Bel-Air.
Okay.
Well, it's got to say Will Smith in it or something.
That's what. So you were a pitcher in college. I pitched in college. We understand how bad the arm is hanging the next day. Did you see what Yamamoto did? Yamamoto was the MVP, and rightfully so. He threw 100 pitches in Game 6, and then pitched the next night and threw 2 innings.
I thought that was crazy. Yeah, that he pitched the night before. But I mean, you got to have him.
You had to. His velo was higher the next night.
I just had a flashback from memory lane. You remember when you would pitch? For me, day 1 of soreness, I feel better than I did.
Day 2 is when
I was pitching. Mm-hmm. Day 2 of soreness would destroy me.
Ran over by a truck.
So maybe that's a factor. Right. He's like, dude, I'm feeling better than I did yesterday.
Yeah. And you know what? Toradol is a hell of a drug. They shoot them some bitches up with Toradol, and they could do anything. There's Supermen for the night if you're on it. So
Toradol is the shit. Have you ever gotten one in an IV?
No, I've actually never had it. Never tried it.
And if you're ever too hungover, get an IV bag and it'll have Toradol, Zofran.
Oh wow!
Bro, I swear to God, get up out of the chair and say, "Hand me a beer right now." This feels too good.
Hand me a beer right now. That's awesome, bro. No, man, I've thrown with 2 days, like 1 day rest. Like I've thrown on a Friday and then thrown again on a Sunday. And then I've thrown.
That's the worst.
And I've thrown 3 days. I've thrown 3 out of 4 days in pro ball, which was like
an inning.
An inning's different, but dude, throwing up 100 pitches and then coming back is insanity.
You have to do it the next day. You would have to.
Yeah,
because the day 2 soreness will kill you. 2 and 3 will kill you.
Mm-hmm. You're exactly right, dude. It's crazy.
I forgot all about that until you said that. And then I'm thinking day 1. Wait, no, day 1 was phenomenal.
Yeah, day 1, you get out there, you're like, oh, I actually feel good. And the next day you wake up and everything, that lactic acid like set in.
This was me after every day 1. I'm like, man, the arm feels good, but I am hungover. Because you got to go that was the one night you could go drink because you got to take it easy the next day
100%.
After your start.
And you know what's sad about that is the alcohol probably makes your recovery just 1% that night.
I just never recovered. Oh my God, dude. Never would recover.
Speaking of never recovering, I'm never going to recover from what happened at 12 o'clock this past Sunday. NFL football. We actually picked like every game right. And I made a parlay. And
who did you do it with?
I had.
Just you?
No, I had it with a couple of my buddies.
Oh,
but
nice.
I had the Panthers plus 13.
Great pick.
Plus 13
Would never
at
bet
the Packers.
That's why it's a great pick.
I had them plus 13. They won the game outright. We had Vikings plus 10.
Would never bet
They won the
That's
game
why it's a
outright.
great pick.
Yeah, we didn't take money lines, but we had those two spreads. We had Falcons spread.
I bet that.
Which they covered. I mean, they lost, but they covered.
Falcon cover.
And then we had 49ers spread against the Giants. Easy cover. They were minus 2.5. We had Steelers plus 3.5, which was fantastic. They went outright. And then, of course, my team, I take the Bengals plus 3.5 at home. I bought it up. It was like minus 150 to take plus 3.5. I mean, they were dead in the water. They were down 14 points with like 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left, whatever. Flacco throws a pick six. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. And then he was down by contact, so they somehow stop him 3 and out, get the ball back with, 2.5 minutes left. The Bengals they score and get the damn onside kick, which is like a 1% chance. Like that never happens anymore. The fact that you get the onside kick and then score again, your chances of winning the game were like less than 1% whenever that all happened. And you take a lead and you give it back to the Bears with 50 seconds left. But think about it from my view. All I need for my parlay to hit, the parlay would have paid $5,000. All I needed the Bengals to do was just, hey, let them drive and give up the game-winning field goal. That's fine. You give up a touchdown? A touchdown? How does it happen? I don't understand.
You said, nice pick.
Literally. I'm
Go
texting
Bengals.
all my boys. I'm like, we're going to cover. We're going to cover.
Go
Colson
Bengals.
Loveland, dude. Jordan Battle with the worst tackle attempt I've ever seen. How about we just wrap up? If you wrap
Roll
up
Tide.
right there, dude, it's just absurd, man. And I don't understand. I've been a Bengals fan for like 6 years now, 5 years now, since like 2020. Since Joe Burrow was drafted.
A good time too.
I just feel bad for the Cincinnati fans that have been fans for like 20 years and they're having to watch this. Their kids are having to grow up watching this. It's criminal how bad this defense is with how good the offense has been. It's just, even with Flacco's been great. Yeah. They're scoring 38 a game with Flacco.
It's okay. Like, let's just normalize. If your team sucks and it's ruining your life, you can bandwagon. Let's normalize this for all the people out there. Like the Jets fans, you don't have to do this to yourself. Yeah. You can make your situation better. Don't become a Giants fan. Become somewhere. Who is it? Who's it? The Patriots. There we go. They
that's
can't
a
do it
huge
that's
rivalry.
Boston.
Yeah.
But dude, just like you can jump ship. You can jump ship because I jump ship every year because I'm a Players fan.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do.
I'm a Players fan. I'm not a fan of a team. If there was a team in Alabama, by God, I'd be there every single day with face paint. There'd be a Monday at practice. I'd be out there with face paint on.
Yeah.
But there's not. We got the boo-boo ass Falcons.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're 4 hours away. The Titans suck. So,
I don't know, man.
I'm a Players fan.
I'm kind of off. I don't like the bandwagon too much, which I guess I did technically bandwagon onto the Bengals because I was a Saints fan before.
You're a Players fan. You went for Joe Burrow.
I went for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Fan. You're a Players fan.
You're exactly right. No, I am a Players fan in the NFL, but like when it
Joe
comes
Burrow
to college,
moves, you're no longer a Bengals fan. Don't tell me you are.
No, yeah, college is different.
I think I'll always have like some kind of like sympathy and empathy, both of them for the Bengals, just because I've loved them for so many years now. But you're absolutely right. If Joe Burrow was traded to who doesn't have a quarterback, I don't even know. If he was traded to Miami today, yes, I'd be a Miami fan because I'd cheer for Burrow. You're right.
If Josh Allen got traded from the Bills today and he went to the Titans, how many new Titans fans would you have?
There would be everybody
Millions.
around. Yeah, all the country would now watch
Most
him there.
of the NFL fans are Players fans. They just don't realize that.
And it's true because a lot of the players, like, so if a team, let's say the Vikings draft the star quarterback for Texas, like let's say the Vikings somehow got Arch Manning, think about how many Texas fans would be Vikings fans now. You're exactly right, Players fans. You're right. No, you're right. Now, I absolutely condemn. I almost said condone. I condemn jumping in college. You can't jump in college bandwagon. That's bullshit.
I condom that. What is it? Condone?
You condemn.
Players fan.
Players fan of the NFL, but not in college. Like, dude, especially if you're an alumni, you always got to cheer for your school.
It's not cool to be the guy that like, oh, the Chiefs are doing good, so I'm for the Chiefs this year, and it's obviously you know every year it's obviously they're going to win it. That's not cool, but
I get what you're saying. If you're hopping from like a poverty franchise to somebody in the middle, that's okay. But you can't just jump on.
Yeah.
You can't be a Titans fan for this long and then just be like, oh, I'm going to cheer for I don't know. I'm going to cheer for the Eagles now.
It
You
is
just can't
no
do
cool
that.
to cheer for the big teams anyway.
No, it
you're an
sucks,
automatic loser in my mind if you just all of a sudden became an Eagles fan. Get
Yeah.
the hell out of here.
I don't know
Bullshit,
why.
dude.
It's like for some reason I was about to say it's like being a Titans fan. It's like almost any other Southern team I'm okay with, but it's like the Panthers when they had Cam Newton. I was with. I mean, I'm an Auburn fan. I'm an Auburn fan.
I get that.
Yeah, a lot of people like the Panthers then, yeah.
And Miami, for some reason, I can go when they were doing well. I was like, okay, I like Miami, but the Bucks, I wasn't able to do the Bucks, and the Jags, I can't do that either.
Yeah.
Sounds too much
That's
like-
weird.
Yeah, can't do it.
No, dude, your Steelers actually with probably one of the biggest
Thank you.
wins
Thank you
of
for
the year.
Bringing that
Yeah.
up. I was
Yeah.
waiting. I was going to see how long it took till I had to say,
Steelers.
put some respect on my name,
Aaron
bitch.
Rodgers, no. I mean, and dude, it almost feels rigged, but it's not. All morning, all the talking heads were talking about how great the Colts offense is, how they're the number one in yards, number one in points, Daniel Jones, they're the one seed, blah, blah, blah. And the Steelers defense has been atrocious over the last 3 weeks. And they both,
And they're banged up.
they're banged up.
They're
yeah.
banged up, and then they lost 2 players in the first quarter.
Yeah, they did.
I'm thinking they're definitely going to win now
Yeah.
because everybody's against
Everything's
them.
against them. Yeah.
Everything's against them.
And Rodgers played a perfect game. Like Rodgers just managed and he made throws that he needed to. He didn't turn the ball over. And dude, the Steelers defense was all over them. Steelers, I think they had 4 or 5 turnovers combined. It was awesome.
TJ Watt is a beast.
That strip.
Is he better than JJ?
Yeah, yes, of course he's better than JJ. Absolutely is.
I can't remember even watching JJ.
JJ was the defensive player of the year a couple times, but TJ has already gotten more all pros and more everything than his
JJ was
brother.
like the Ronda Rousey of the USC. Like he was pretty
Yeah.
good, and he got a little. He did his posters on front of Sports Illustrated, and
Yeah.
he got the hell out.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
TJ Watt is like the Amanda Nunez, like whipping ass forever, like never gonna lose. Yeah, dude, it's crazy, bro.
Did you see that UFC fight where that girl was like had some major cake, and everybody's like Dana White's cameraman, give the cameraman a raise because every time she would step, it would like jiggle. What is my algorithm?
That's a crazy thing in the UFC now. There's tons of UFC girl fighters that are making OnlyFans and like selling that. They're making more money off OnlyFans than they are in the UFC. I'm
Oh
dead
my
serious, bro.
God.
Have you been seeing that?
No.
I did today, actually.
There's
But
multiple
I saw where
UFC
somebody,
girls.
she was like backing up Donald Trump. Or no, she's backing up Joe Rogan on Twitter. I can't remember her
Yeah.
name. And I went to her page to see who she was.
Linktree.
And no, it was just promoted straight up OnlyFans on X.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. She's got a Linktree with like
So
something
she's
that's
just
on there.
posting
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
sex videos?
probably. I don't know. I don't have OnlyFans, but yeah.
I mean, surely the guy or at least just like the tease it's just like
Yeah.
still wearing the underwear or something.
Dude, we should talk about that because Ronda Rousey. Dude,
Yeah.
She called out Joe Rogan like that. Did you
Why
see
do
what
you
she
do
said?
that?
Dude, Joe
But-
Rogan is very knowledgeable. And he's a black belt himself. It's not like he's on the outside and has never played. The dude has fought his whole life.
Here's why she did it.
Clout. Oh, because we're talking
about it.
That
He
I'm
was
not,
so
I'm not saying
irrelevant.
another word. Yeah.
She was so irrelevant that her name would have probably never been brought up again because she was a mid, just average UFC fighter that got out early because she got her ass whooped. And so
Yep.
to stay relevant, she gets on a podcast with some kind of clout and she name drops Joe Rogan and talks shit.
Blows up. Yeah.
So-
Well, at least everyone out there thinks you're an actual idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just a clip farmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just did it for clout. Yeah. You Ronda
You weren't
Rousey.
even that hot of a UFC fighter. They made her out to be
Hell no.
so hot.
Dude, it was so funny when Holly Holm kicked her in the jaw and just dropped her out.
Holly
That
Holm was
awesome.
hot.
Holly Holm's a badass, dude.
She was hot. Like, I thought that Ronda Rousey was the hottest UFC fighter to ever live because I didn't know anything about the UFC, and they're just showing pictures of her bikinis, you remember? And then Holly Holm whoops her ass and is hotter.
Yeah, literally.
I'm like, dude,
beat
what
her
a
ass.
double
Yeah.
whammy. You got to retire after that.
You have to. Yeah, no, I'm with you. But yeah, that's sorry to get off topic on the UFC, but yeah, other than
OnlyFans and UFC.
those two games were good. The upsets happened early in the NFL. That was awesome. And then I guess we can end this thing by talking about the actual game of the week. I mean, it was the Bills Chiefs.
the
And
Great White.
you know what sucks about it though? And I watched this with a Bills fan who's a good friend of mine, and I made the comment. He's like, "Don't even say it. Don't even say it." But the Bills win this every year in the regular season and then lose in the playoffs at home. So you just knew that was going to happen. You knew this is Mahomes' game. They're in Buffalo, whatever. They win this one, but they're going to face the Chiefs in the AFC Championship or the divisional round, and you know the Chiefs will win that one. It just sucks. Like it just feels like it's meant to happen now.
Probably so. I felt like Mahomes is wanting some calls that he normally gets in Kansas City.
Yes,
and there were some
for
questionable ones, and this is because I bet on the Chiefs. I would never sit here and back up the Chiefs, but I bet on them, so I watched it with biased eyes.
Yeah.
I felt like there were some calls that Mahomes probably does get in Kansas City.
Yeah, but he didn't get there.
He didn't get
yeah,
them there.
Yeah.
Which, there's no excuse. But
here's the thing, though. You know that the playoff game will probably be in Kansas City. And sure enough, he'll get the call, and they'll beat the Bills in the playoffs like they do every year.
And Taylor Swift
bro.
will be on the damn NFL's Twitter
Every
and
10
TikTok.
minutes.
Yeah. Every time they cut to commercial, it'll be Taylor Swift and her new song.
Dude, I'll tell you what, though, dude. The Bills' offense, man, it's a two-headed monster with James Cook and Josh Allen. On the ground, dude, those guys are unbelievable, both of them. James Cook's a great running back. He slept on, which I know he's a top 5 running back probably, but he's just kind of slept on. Like Joe Brady. Dude, Joe Brady may be LSU's next head coach, but if I'm Joe Brady, dude.
Joe Brady and Ogeron?
It'd be awesome. If Ogeron was
saying he wants to go back to coaching.
I know, imagine if
LSU would be the only school to take him, probably.
Well, no. He'll get taken as a DC or a D-line coach. He's a really good D-line coach.
Well, yeah. So
he won't be a head coach, though. No.
LSU would hire him as a DC.
100%. Maybe not DC at LSU, but
you don't think so?
No, they'd hire him as a line coach and a recruiter for sure, and they'd pay him good to recruit.
Was he not the DC when they won it?
No, he's the head coach.
Or the year before? He was the DC at one point, wasn't he?
So the year before, no, he was not. Dave Aranda was the DC. He was the defensive line coach.
So he was never a DC.
He was not a DC at LSU.
Oh,
no.
I thought he was a DC before he was a head coach.
He was the head coach at Ole Miss.
We didn't just hire him back to be the defensive line
coach and recruiter.
He can ride that out. They'll never fire him.
They love him at LSU. He could literally commit murder, and he is innocent in Louisiana. He is loved in every inch of that
He was
state.
banging all the college chicks.
He had a lot of women around him, yeah.
He was given is Pie Cap? Is that one of them?
He wasn't banging college chicks.
He was in the Pie Cap thigh gap. You know what I mean?
Dude, he actually wasn't banging college chicks like Lane was. He was banging like really hot, like 30, 40-year-old MILFs is who Coach O was with. Like every week we'd just see Coach O in a picture in a bar with like a super hot, like 39-year-old MILF.
Bro was living the life.
So, dude, I've got a really funny story. I don't think I've told it on the podcast before, but so whenever Coach O was, this was in 2019 during the national championship season, I was the GA for the baseball team. So I was our first base coach, and I kind of helped out. And Coach O would run around campus. I don't know if you've seen those videos, but Coach O would just run through the middle of campus with his shirt off.
Like I've seen those.
Around the students, around everybody, because he wanted to be a part of the university and not just be like some dude on a throne. He would run around campus. So I'll never forget this. This is probably mid-September in the 2019 championship year. I am sitting in my car outside of Alex Box Stadium, the baseball field. And like, you know how we had like a schedule that you have to be there. Even for coaches, we had a schedule that we had to be there. And I think I had to be there at like, 1 o'clock before practice or whatever. I'm sitting out of my car and I'm waiting to walk in. And I'm sitting there with my door open and I'm kind of leaned out this way on my phone like this. And I'm picking my nose with my right hand just like this. So I'm looking at my phone, picking my nose, not even paying attention to what's going around me. And I hear this knock on my like front of my car, like boom, boom. And I look up and it's Coach O, and I've got my finger in my nose. He goes, "You get it?" I just kept running. He goes, "You get it?" Like asking me if I got the booger. "You get it?" And then he just kept running. I'm like, damn. I was like, that's a me and Coach O moment that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And like, it was just so funny that happened. Like, I just cannot believe that the head football guy just running through there, dude, knocks on the hood of my car and goes, "You get it?"
You said that was before or after they won it?
That was during the season. So it was during September of that like national championship
What a
year.
damn run. And a lot of that credit is to Joe Brady.
Well, Joe Brady was the
it's
passing
pretty much
game
all the
coordinator.
credit. Yeah, because they damn scored a touchdown every single time they had the ball.
Yeah, they did.
But you had Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
And Justin Jefferson and, dude, Thad Moss and
so you have
Clyde
to have the weapons
Edwards-Helaire.
for it to work.
Yeah,
because you have to have the Josh Allen. You have to have all the players.
Yeah. The thing about 19 LSU, everyone thinks that Joe Brady was the OC, but he wasn't. Steve Ensminger was. And
I thought he was the OC.
Steve Ensminger was fantastic. He knew he kind of brought balance to the offense where all Joe Brady did, which he is a good reason they won. He was their pass game coordinator, and it was the most prolific passing offense in history. So, yes, he was there for it, but Steve Ensminger did a fantastic job. But
he may be like Bill Belichick and only good because of Tom Brady. Think about his rosters he's had.
Who, Joe Brady? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I will say,
put him over at Phil Campbell, he's gonna be dog shit.
Yeah, well, people forget that he was fired from Carolina. So he left after 2019 and got straight to the OC. He got the OC job in Carolina with Baker. and he didn't do well, and then he got fired. But then he got the Bills job. He was the quarterback's coach, and then he was lifted to the OC. So Joe Brady definitely has fed off of Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, but still, it's
you got to be great with those.
He's
guys.
a smart guy. He's not going to let them be bad. That's a good thing.
Hopefully LSU gets a good one. I mean, you think Lane Train will do it?
I'm hearing Lane from decent sources, but
he's only going to make a couple more million a year.
Well, here's the thing: is
How's it worth it?
we can hear all this, all these rumors and whatever. I've heard that LSU has offered his agent, but Kiffin's right now is not leaving, and he's going to ride out Ole Miss. So I don't know.
So then you have to wait.
Yeah.
So then you play the waiting game thinking you're going to get Lane Kiffin. James Franklin becomes off the board. I don't know, maybe Joe Brady, but he'll probably wait out the rest of the year.
I think Joe Brady's going to be a head
Let's
coach
just say
in the
all
NFL.
these coaches are off the board. Clark, the Tulane guy. Well, at least we'll get Lane. And then, boom, he renegotiates, gets $13 million at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And then you're left with what? Your dick in your hand. And you say, Brian Kelly, please come rub it.
No.
Come back. No.
I've actually thought about this, and I was having this conversation in our group chat earlier, and we were kind of saying, if that were to happen and we waited around and then we got kind of slapped in the ass, and everybody else gets hired and we don't have a guy, I think we just stick with the interim for another year to make sure that we didn't pay some nobody, $50, $80 million.
Could you sign somebody to a 2-year?
I mean, you could sign somebody to a 1 year. You could keep the interim through the next season if you wanted to. I think that's happened before. It's what happened with Coach O.
That's not going to help recruiting at all, though.
It's not, but Frank Wilson is such a dog. He's such a Louisiana guy. He's kind of like Coach O. Realistically, he's kind of like the same kind of guy. So we'll see.
Sign Coach O to a 1-year deal.
That'd be awesome.
He
dude.
would do it.
Just for 1 year. Yeah, be the 1 year interim.
He would not give a shit that he's getting fired at the end of the year, and he would give it his all.
He
that
just
might be
loves
the
LSU.
guy.
That'd be hilarious, dude. If they did it for 1 year and then they waited for the next cycle.
And then he wins it.
Oh, that would be insane.
Contract him. They max contract him, and then he sucks ass for 2 years, and they got to buy him out. That'd be the most Coach O move ever.
Double buyout. He's still getting paid right now from his last buyout.
It's in his terms that the buyouts can go on top of each other. No wonder he's a damn LSU guy.
He loves it, dude. Well, you've heard his story. Whenever they brought him in to fire him, they told him they were going to buy him out, and he said, "Tell me which door to walk out of."
Yeah, tell me where you want to go. Tell me what door to go out of.
Dude, he's awesome, man.
But he did handle that well, which is another reason why LSU.
Yeah,
that was not an ugly breakup.
No, he was just like, "All right, good, yeah, sounds good." But no, this was a good first show. I mean, we didn't get to preview Monday Night Football. We're doing this during Monday Night Football. It's about to start. It's
I'm going to say
Cowboys,
my prediction
Cardinals.
would be that we'll see if this works. If I'm a time traveler, but I think the Cardinals win the game.
Okay, Cardinals outright. I love it.
The Cardinals win the game. Sunday Night Football. Tell me if you think this is true. Sunday Night Football typically for me, just like not overthinking it. Feels like the favorite always covers, and it goes over. But maybe it doesn't go over, but it feels like the favorite always covers in Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, the last
and
two.
Monday Night Football, I'm talking about from years of me just kind of taking a step back. And Monday Night Football, always the dog, unless everybody's on the dog.
I see.
The public dog always falls.
Yeah, I like that.
But if it's even split money, the dog always covers.
Yeah, I agree. No, and
It typically wins.
yeah, it does. And look, the favorite won last night. The favorite covered and won on Thursday night, so it does feel like a dog night. And you're right, especially when I will say the only time a public favorite wins on Monday night is if dogs have already won previously in the prime times. So we'll see. But let's take 2 minutes and preview this weekend. We got LSU, Alabama. We're going to be down in Tuscaloosa at the game. It's going to be really cool. Bo is playing the bar before. It's going to be badass. 2 dimes.
2 dimes.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I am saying LSU covers the spread but loses. That's what my prediction is.
It's a close game, though.
I think LSU will keep it within 7 points. I think it'll be like a backdoor cover, or it could come down to Bama game-winning field goal. Interim head coach bump. LSU's still a talented team. They're both coming off a bye, and both they play decently well off bye. LSU's got the interim coach bump, though. That's a real thing, dude. They play harder for an interim coach. So I don't know, and I think Alabama's had such a rough schedule. They're used to every game being big. So Alabama's going to come to play at home. I think it'll be close. I think Bama wins by 3. That's my prediction.
Okay, I like that. I'll take Bama to win the game. I would not play Bama minus 6.5 because it feels like a trap line. I feel like the line should be 10+, and then I'd bet it, especially being in Bryant-Denny. You give me a night game in Death Valley, maybe 6.5 Bama is more realistic just because of the Death Valley factor and it being at night. Being in Bryant-Denny and being only 6.5 scares the shit out of me. So I would take LSU, Bama fan, not going to play it. I'm going to stay off of it. I might bet the points or something. But I think Bama wins, but it's got to be close.
That's what I'm thinking too. So I think we're in
Trap
agreement.
line.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening this long. If you did, like and subscribe. This will be probably posted on our Bad Dog page, right?
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the first edition of Bad Dog Sports. Next week, I think we may may mix some more drinking into this somehow. I don't know how we can relate sports to drinking. I know nobody does that, but we definitely can.
We'll do it. We'll start having bits and shit. I mean, just think about how the other show's grown and we've done things, you know?
For sure. Well, rough. We'll talk soon.
Rough, baby. Bad Dog Sports. #1.